how do you feel about AI, and like how do we balance that with like the very, in my opinion, very real dangers of it, like going, we don't need humans, you guys are silly.
Well, okay. I think the challenge is that we're not at a point where we can stop this before it already like takes over, right? Like it's already taken over. So many of the decisions in our lives are actually made that way. AI controls, for the most part, a lot of stock trading, controls the pricing of most things, controls pretty much what information you know about, right? Because artificial intelligence, these algorithms, they rank your news. So you don't decide what you know, right? These algorithms do. And so like so like we've gotten to a point where our actions aren't really completely independent of the algorithms that kind of influence them. It's almost like a, you know, those relationships between different organisms that kind of depend on each other to live. We're kind of in that state right now with AI, where like it kind of runs most things for us. So I don't know if there's a solution, and it's scary because yeah, they're going to continue to AI is going to continue to get more advanced, and it's going to start making more decisions for us. And I don't see this as a sudden shift. I almost see this as like a continuous progression that we've had since we invented like sticks and stones to use as tools for things. And that, you know, that sounds like what do you mean? But like every single time that we've invented a tool, we've invented it to replace something else we could have done instead. When we invented glasses, we did that so that we wouldn't, you know, have to squint. So then, you know, more people need glasses. And as we invent more tools to replace our abilities, like forklifts, in order for us to not lift things ourselves, we start doing weird things like inventing a gym. Like that's so strange that we have a gym, right? Like the whole purpose of that is to simulate an environment that we've gotten rid of because we didn't want to do that. And so now we have to go and pretend to run away from a lion on this like machine, right? Like in order to stay alive, because we
Right.
basically like eliminated these things to keep us healthy, right? And so I think of it as like this AI stuff and the decisions that it makes for driving cars or deciding, you know, what information we read is just another tool we've built that is slowly kind of replacing all the decisions that we make. And I guess we're getting to the point where people are starting to ask like, how many more tools do we really want to build? Do we want to, you know, build out all of these things that help us do the things we did to the point where we don't do anything? Like, is that really the goal? Like, what is the end state? Is there a way to even stop it? Is this how it's supposed to go? So I think people are starting to ask that now because they start seeing these decisions being made for them. Which to be fair, I I don't think I can just, for example, I can't just build an app that doesn't have an algorithm and be like, oh, look, this is a news app with no algorithm. If anyone wants to be free from, you know, the AI, don't go and download it. It wouldn't work. It's like a cigarette. Like people aren't going to go and you know, smoke a cigarette that doesn't have the chemicals that make them addicted. There's no way people are going to download a no algorithm news app and enjoy it as much because the algorithm is designed to make you interested. And
It's
the
like a
news
neck.
app with no algorithm is going to be boring.